Well, coming up next, we have got the best and the worst of the HellRide.
Oh, hell yeah!
It's the Ken Carmen Show with Kenny Kidd from 10 to 12 right here on the radio home of the Browns. I'm Paul Teeple, 2020 Sports.
Now it's time for the best and worst of the HellRide with Kenny Kidd on 92.3 The Fan.
Oh, can you feel that, Steve? Can you feel that?
Drink a beer?
Yeah. It is time for the best and worst of the HellRide. 2 hours of hilarious, greasy, cringeworthy, beer-drinking Ken Carmen Show fun. I'm doing this all the way up until midnight. I am Kenny Kidd, the producer of the Ken Carmen Show. Ken Carmen was on earlier today. He has the night off. He'll be in with Chuck Booms, I believe, all this week, 6 until 10 every morning right here on 92.3 The Fan. You can follow him at Ken Carmen on Twitter. Follow me at Mr. Kenny Kidd. To my left, Steve Ralston sitting in my seat where I normally sit. I kind of feel like a cuckold sitting here watching you run the board, Steve. You can turn your mic on there.
Sorry. It feels right, though, because I was here at the very beginning.
Yes, you were. Yes, you were. You were one of the first, if not the first intern we had on the Ken Carmen Show. To my right, I got Paul Teeple doing the 2020 updates, filling in admirably for Vic Travaliante, Victoria Travely update. He's our typical 2020 anchor. And I'm Kenny Kidd sitting in the big boy chair today. There is a lot of room in this chair. I'm not that small myself, but there's a lot of room in this chair. And we've got a whole slew of things for you coming up. The failed 5 at 5, which would be part of the worst. We've got fake Pat Shurmur. We've got the Mike Pettin intro. We've got the Manziel, Whedon, play-by-play calls from Ken Carmen. But I thought, what better way to start this off than with the Ken Carmen death pool?
To get morbid about some stuff. I always said, you guys will all be alive after, because there's no way I'm the last man standing out of this room. I gotta have two things. The Masters theme music, because I want somebody to be standing there like at the funeral parlor and going, this isn't funeral music, this is the damn Masters over here. Like, I want somebody to notice. And Falar kind of do like some sort of that weird smirk that he does. And Vic to go up and do that weird handshake. Like, you got it right. And I think Skinner'd Call Me the Breeze. I think Skinner'd Call Me the Breeze should be perfect on the way to the actual final resting place. What we're talking about is the Ken Carmen Death Pool. The Ken Carmen Show Death Pool. Our first annual Ken Carmen Show Death Pool.
Might be the last annual.
Might be the last annual Ken Carmen Show Death Pool, because we had some fabulous cheesecake given to us by Paula of 98.5 NCX, Cleveland's classic rock. And in between her Led Zeppelin and her Chicago, she gave us this cheesecake. And I got to tell you, around 8:40, I didn't know.
You had your second slice?
I didn't know if it was going to be gas or this really was the end. It started to tighten up on me. So, we'll see how long the death pool goes. Flaren made a joke, well, what if it happened on your long car ride? I tell you, that'd be crazy, considering we all think you're going to eating it. And eating something anyway. And I said, okay, Falar, and I gave Falar my Twitter handle and my Twitter password. And I said, if I were to go in a fashion other than that, you can tweet whoever had car wreck or whatever instead of massive heart attack, congratulations, you win the death pool. And they were going to tweet it from my account. So it's like beyond the grave. This is the type of thing that people think of when they're at work, technically, or the type of people who work here at 92.3 The Fan, or really this show. So Kidd kind of ran with it last night. Go ahead and say what some of the scenarios are and what some of the odds are in the Ken Carmen death pool.
Right at the top of the list, you have, which the biggest odds here is starvation. And the odds on that is 100 billion to 1. So if you put $1 on starvation and you actually die from starvation, that's 100 billion coming back at you.
You can't even do that. You can't even do that. Just there's another good one here. You can't even do that because the house has got to be able to pay it off.
Well, if enough people put it on there, right, which it's $1. It's only $1. What's the odds? How many people play the lottery just because it's only $1?
What are some of the other ones?
You got to keep feeding the machine, and that one right there could feed the machine.
Oh my God.
Other ones, let's see. Here we got.
I came up with the one by accident.
Zombies. This one came from Charlie, 150 to 1 for the odds on that. And
don't forget old age natural causes. That's 1,000 to 1.
That's 1,000 to 1. Yes, mob hit would be 100 to 1. Sinkhole would be 30 to 1. Receiving end of road rage 25 to 1. Confrontational stroke.
How's that work?
Confrontational stroke?
Yeah.
You'd have to be in an argument with someone, having a confrontation with someone, and then just stroking out.
Booms. I would not have a stroke while arguing with Booms or Bull.
Well, that's 20 to 1 odds. It's not the greatest odds, But death by Walmart / steel yard. That's possible. 15 to 1 odds. Drunken mishap 12 to 1 odds.
I'm pretty subdued when I'm loaded. Kinda.
Autoerotic asphyxiation. That's a 10 to 1 odd. 10 to 1 odds on that one. So that one pays out pretty good for something that might be relatively feasible.
I'm I'm a deviant.
Diabetes, you got 5 to 1 odds.
That's not don't laugh about diabetes.
Defending your LBJ collection, that's 8 to 3 odds. So if you put 3 down on it, you'd get 8 back. Accidental death, that's 4 to 1 odds. Now, accidental death had to have a subcategory because there's so many other things. And if you participated in the subcategory too, then that would give you a bonus of doubling what you put down.
How does that go?
Some of the subcategories are falling through the floor, fatal penetration from a broken chair, accident while touring Sam Amico's DSM dungeon, popping a brain embolism while watching NASCAR and crushing tall boys on your forehead.
Sabo had actually just texted me, Josh Sabo from the midday, Ken, can I get odds on you getting killed by flying debris at a NASCAR race? So there you go.
Okay, we'll add that in there
as well.
We'll add that in there too.
Would mine fall into that category?
What was yours?
Initial shock when Matt Lodi finally forgives him?
No, we didn't get that one in there yet, so we'll have to calculate.
There's one at 7 to 2 that I like that. Go ahead.
This is the next one down the list. Matt Lodi / Papa Shango curse is the 7 to 2 odds.
Papa Shango.
Spousal abuse, 3 to 1 odds on that one.
Wait a minute. Now, my wife has never hit.
Well, that we know.
That I'll admit.
That one came from Chris Flower.
Really?
Yes. Oh, yeah. He's participated in a bunch of these, actually. Flower was added a lot to this list.
Chuck's 93, what about having intercourse with a hornet's nest? That was the last thing you'll hear from me last night. A guy in Sweden died having sex with a hornet's nest. Continue, kid.
We've only got 2 more. These ones, the odds aren't that good because of the likelihood of this choking. That's a 1 to 2 odds. So you put 2, you only get $1 back.
Yeah.
And then heart attack, you got to put 3 down to get
Not
get
Mama
$1 back.
Cass over here, you bastard. I like to chew and savor the food.
Papa Cass. And 3 pieces of cheesecake tonight, Ken.
That's as far as we've gone so far. And that's
took me a long time.
That's almost 15, 16. And I swear to God, I really did not anticipate the response that we got this morning.
I didn't know what the hell was going on today.
At least 100 tweets coming back throughout the day on this, and most of them were within a matter of an hour or 2.
Yeah. Let me ask you something.
What?
Does that make you feel good? So many people are trying to figure out ways that you're going to die?
Yeah.
You're a young man.
I would like to, let everyone know a Shocker Charlie, Clefan 20, D-Soul Power, Just for Men. Nick got involved.
Oh, what was his?
I don't even remember.
Did he tweet from the grave already?
Axel Rush, Joe Mers,
Colonel
One Before I Go,
Sanders
Dave Seatown, Neon Spot 98, Flu Dog 50, Drunk Penguin, Buckeyes 068. You Got Studied, Neon Spot 98, and many more. I mean, this list is
Kid, what are you putting $1 on?
What about if one guy puts hands on me? What? Debo, if you were going to murder me, in what fashion would you do it?
Slow and painful.
Stop being a bitch and come on.
Hi, Debo.
How's it going, Cam?
It's going good.
Who?
Debo. Did you graduate from Tri-C today?
I graduated from Tri-C today.
Now what are you doing?
You won't get involved. I'm going to knock your ass out, too. Make a choice.
So your last day was the day after I went on vacation. You didn't even show up to my last day with you.
I'm sorry, Ken. I had to work.
Why you tripping, Debo? Shut up, I'm going to knock your ass out.
Old news, bitch.
I swear to God, we're going to get to the calls here. I just need to have a meltdown. All right?
Yeah, go for it. About time.
All right. Kid walked in today, goes, what do you mean, boo bleeping who?
What do you mean, boo who?
Exactly what I mean. Boo who? There's a lot of times where we all have our times where we complain and we say some things we don't mean, and there's just times where it sucks to be you. There's a lot of us here who may be disconnected, maybe even at the station, certainly in the media. I think there's a lot of folks in the media who are disconnected with who they write for and what stories they represent. A guy named, I can't even pronounce his last name, Bart Hubbock, the New York Post, he bitching and moaning earlier this week that he's not going to get access to Johnny Football, that it's a bad look for the Browns. National guys can't get in to see Johnny Manziel during rookie camp, that they can't get in to do their stories, that there were a couple of different things that they might have been able to get into, but they weren't able to do it. And, oh, my God, and people were out there watching Teddy Bridgewater because the Minnesota Vikings don't have a problem with Teddy Bridgewater. This isn't even a defense of the Browns. It's really an offense on national media, on the national media that's complaining about it. Because I got to tell you, no matter how much you want to complain and moan and cry and whine and bitch, I just don't care. And the reason that why people are being attacked by fans, some of the writers bitching and moaning about it are being attacked by fans because fans don't care. I'll pull back the curtain for just a moment. There's a lot of things that happen day to day because guys like me have egos, and sometimes we need to be put in our place, and sometimes we don't always realize just how lucky we have it, that there was a time where I actually had to work for a living. Those were wild times where I actually had to break a sweat and climb up. I know, kid. I had to climb up scaffolds and I had to pull stone and set stone to actually make a paycheck. Some of us, we kind of forget when we do this that we actually had to work for a living, that we were fans at one point. See, we become entitled during this time. And because we might write for the New York Post or for USA Today, or I might work for CBS Radio, or I might work for Fox or ESPN or something like that. And again, that's not everybody. Not everybody has been complaining about it. Not at all. Not every single writer's out there that's complaining about it, or every TV personality, radio show host, etc. Not every reporter has done it, but for those who have done it, I got to tell you this with the uttermost sincerity. Sucks to be you. Cram it. Nobody cares. They're sports fans. You know what fans care about? Whether or not Johnny Manziel is going to be able to take over the Cleveland Browns, whether or not he's going to be able to run the offense that Kyle Shanahan wants to run, whether or not Johnny Manziel is going to be just another one in line and just be number 21 instead of being the one. That's what they care about. They care whether or not Josh Gordon is going to be able to play this year. They care whether or not that the Rams are going to have a decent defense, and whether or not that's going to include Michael Sam. Whether or not the Indians can actually get their stuff together when it comes on the bats. It doesn't care. Fans don't care about the media's problems. They don't care. That's why I don't open up the mic every night and talk about, oh, God, Bull was looking at me in the corner and he didn't give me a great look. I don't care, and you don't care. Fans don't care. They don't care about your bitching and moaning because you didn't get to go see Johnny Manziel in rookie camp, when I guarantee we'll all get to see Johnny Manziel at some point in time. Stop bitching. Nobody cares. They care about their favorite teams. They care about their favorite sports. They care about their favorite athletes. They have enough problems in their lives. People have enough problems. They have bills, and they have kids, and they have mortgages, and they have house payments. They have things that they have to pay for. They have food. They have groceries. They have everything that goes with it. They don't care that I can't get to Johnny Manziel. Kiss my ass. They don't care. Stop bitching. Stop. It's a very whiny thing. Hi, I'm in the media. What, I can't have Johnny Manziel? Yeah, the Browns are terrible. Oh, wait, you're a Browns fan, and I just said the Browns are terrible. Stay classy. I'm going to call you a bleeping moron block. It's dumb. It's childish. Stop. You look like an idiot. You're a representative of the people you write for. You're a representative of the people who consume media. That's what you are. I don't mean to use a bunch of terrible language or anything like that. That's not what I'm trying to do. What I'm trying to say He said, I can sit here for 5 hours. If I really wanted to, if I was really that full of myself, we could do it every day. I could sit here for 5 hours. Kid could do it as well. Vic could do it as well. We could open up the mics and go, hey, you know what? I don't understand that Keith Britton's problem. And these mics don't work, and sometimes the clocks aren't working necessarily right. And the damn commercials didn't play the way we wanted it to play. And I don't know. Greg Little, he won't answer my calls after he's been caught. And maybe Joe Hayden just didn't feel like doing an interview that day. Oh, my God. You don't care. You don't. I know you don't. That's why we don't talk about it. You'll get your shot at Johnny Manziel. I have no idea why we're taking shots back at Browns fans. They just don't care. Stop complaining. You look like a sissy.
I've never had pains like this before. Oh, this is the worst one I ever had, son. Oh, it's the worst one. This is the big one. I'm dying. You hear that, Elizabeth? I'm coming to join you, honey. Oh.
Kellen Winslow in a parking lot. That's coming up next. Plus, best of one good reason in 20 minutes. It is the best and worst of the HellRide on 92.3 The Fan.
Sam, thank you very much for the time. You know me and Kid like it. I would say it's good three-way action, but that's kind of weird, and I know that you thought it was a little bit weird, too. Unless you're into that sort of thing, Sam, then there's nothing wrong with that.
Oh, that's greasy. That's really greasy. That's greasy.
I like girls, women.
It's okay.
Like
it's all right,
so
Sam.
We'll just keep it that way.
You know what? Right? Lights go out, we don't know, brother.
Reference. You guys are both extremely attractive, but I prefer women.
I really wasn't. I wasn't.
Places that shouldn't come out of it. I don't find them attractive.
I think Sam thinks I was coming on to him or something like that. That's not what I was trying to do. But
you weren't?
No, it's okay.
Yeah, we're making plans
I don't
here.
think I'm alone. I think the other guy.
End of interview now. Sam, thank you for your time.
All right, thanks for having me, Ken. I'll talk to you soon.
No, please, no, too sexy. No, it's too sexy, please.
Listening to the Ken Carman Show's best and worst of the HellRide on 92.3 The Fan. I'm Kenny Kidd. Follow me at Mr. Kenny Kidd. Kellen Winslow gets greasy. That's in about 8 minutes. But right now, Ken Carman and I filled in for Bull and Fox. Well, Ken was filling in for Bull and Fox. I was filling in for Spano or Clay. I was filling in for one of them. We were filling in on Bull and Fox, and we attempted to do the 5 at 5, a segment Bull and Fox do every day at 5 o'clock. Keith Britton tried to tell us how it works, but we didn't really pay much attention at all, So depending on your point of view, this either falls under the category of best or worst. For me, I'm thinking it's a best. Here's the train wreck of the Ken Carman Show, 5 at 5.
You completely redeemed yourself there, Kenny. Or Keith Britton. Kenny Kids never has to redeem himself. He's always on top of it. Time for the 5 at 5. For the 5 at 5.
Hold on. There we go.
Number 1.
Get a little bit louder there for the 5 for 5. Isn't there music that plays during the 5 for 5, Keith?
Yeah, I guess we'll just ignore that.
5 at 5.
Hey, there it is.
It's your chance to catch up on all of today's biggest headlines. Here's what Bull and Fox are talking about. It's the 5 at 5.
This happens when you call us up from AAA Columbus. Here we go. Johnny Manziel. He spoke to the media following Saturday's work on the field for the rookies, talking about his text to QB's coach Dow Loggins and why Cleveland was the fit for him.
I felt I had a good relationship with Coach Loggins, and he was probably one of the only people to text me while the draft was going on. So this was a place that I felt comfortable with and like Coach Shanahan and like the situation here, so I wanted to come here. And if they wanted to take me and they were trying to get me earlier, I said, let's do it. For me, whether it's whenever it is I get a chance to play, I don't want to come in and be mediocre. So to have success, you need to do some good things, and that's more what I was talking about than come in and dominate as a rookie. It wasn't that talk at all. It was to come in and try and win some games if I'm going to be here and if I get the opportunity to play.
Johnny Bleepin Football went on to comment about being labeled as the backup by the organization. And this
number 2.
It's not number 2. We're still on number 1 there, kid. Keith, you want to help him through this?
No, that's number 2, isn't it?
No, that's not. This is still on 5-2.
Keith,
this is still on 5-1.
You want to jump in here?
I'm right here, right, Keith?
Nope.
Oh, I think Kenny Kidd's actually right.
That's number 2.
No, it doesn't say number 2.
Yes, it does. Right next to it. See that little number next to where it says Manziel
but the big
1 on
numbers.
2.
You going to give him STDs? How are you going to give him STDs?
You got to have STDs.
Wait a minute. Wait. 5. It says 5-2 on the big bold numbers right here, kid.
Yeah, below the number 2.
Yeah, below the number 2, right next to where it says
right
Manziel.
there, the number 2. Do you see that or not?
Number 2.
Right there. So I'm still right.
No, you're not.
Number 2.
What number?
Number 2.
Manziel went on to comment about being labeled as a backup by the organization and this city's drive to win motivating him.
Took it in stride. For me, I'm a rookie. I need to earn my place. I need to earn my keep. Nothing here needs to be handed to me. I don't need to be treated based off what I've done in the past because that doesn't mean a thing at this level. So I was completely okay with hearing that from everybody. I don't want to come in and have anything handed to me that I don't deserve. People wanted to win here, and you got a sense of that. They're tired of losing. They're tired of not having success. I felt like, for me, if I came here, the team had pieces. I watched this team last year. It was better than the year before. You have Pro Bowlers on the field. You have guys that are playing a lot better and playing a lot harder. I mean, I think they're tired of losing as well. So if you get that attitude and you mix some right pieces into the puzzle, you have a chance for success.
All right, the way you got this thing numbered here, now I get it. You got the big number below the other number.
Yeah, that's actually just to help the board op.
How am I supposed to read that? I didn't know.
Left to right. Top to bottom.
Group of words.
Number 3.
Group of sentence forms a paragraph. Take Midol for any cramps.
Number 3.
Mike Pettin spoke this morning at an event here in town in called it the Positive Coaching Alliance. Terry Francona was there. You know it was positive. He talked about how Johnny's first weekend, about how well Johnny's first weekend of activities went.
I think it was good. I think it was a good start for him. We weren't that concerned about the execution of plays other than his own. It was very difficult with a pieced together offensive line and receiving core guys that were just learning the offense too. So, but I thought he did a good job handling himself in the huddle and making the call. They see Johnny in the locker room and they know that he's a good guy. He's a good teammate. That he doesn't kind of carry that with him. There's no diva type personality there. That he's just another guy and he's funny, fun to be around. And he's going to work hard. And I think that's something they all respect.
Meanwhile, Zach Bennett on Twitter.
Number 4.
It's called the 5 at 5, not the 5 for 5. This isn't a McDonald's special. # chubby kid problems. This is going very well. Number 4. Ed went on to talk about the competition at the quarterback level between Hoyer and Manziel. How exactly did Hoyer react? And the level of interaction between the two signal callers.
He's an ultra-competitive guy, and he knew that more than likely we were going to bring in a quarterback, and he reacted the way we want him to react, was bring it on, let's go. I haven't been down around the quarterback meetings. I've been more on the defensive side, but I know they're, I don't know if they're going to be sending each other Christmas cards, but they know they're both in it together, and they're going to compete, and that they, I think, both feel comfortable that as a staff that we're going to put the best quarterback that puts us in position to win games, we're going to put him out there.
The number we on now?
Number 5.
Last one. 5 at 5.
All right.
Not 5 4 5.
It's a 5 at 5?
Not 5 4 5.
I didn't say 5 for 5, did I? Did I say 5 for 5? I said the 5
Number 5. I
think you're thinking Arby's. 5 for 5.95.
Number 5.
Terry Francona's Indians have now lost 4 straight and 6 of their last 8 games. The offensive struggles have continued, and Francona says they need to do much more than just weather the storm.
What we're doing right now is not good position and chances to keep the line moving. Then is when we're
starting
going on here. We're not having the guys better at bats. I don't want to weather the storm. I mean, we want to show play good. I don't think our goal is just to weather. I mean, we want to show up and play better baseball. What we're doing right now is not good enough. We got to play better. That's on me. I need to have better answers and have our guys more prepared.
What the hell is that?
It sounded like a sorcerer right there, Keith. You loaded that in. That's your fault. That's on you right there.
This whole segment's a train wreck.
Oh, my God, is it ever. I'm getting the finger from Vic. Lyman's just back there shaking his head. Yeah, just keep playing numbers. It's just called Get to 5, 5, 14 so we can just get out of here. That's what this segment should just be called.
Number 2.
Which is what that segment was.
And that's the 5 at 5.
One big
Number 2.
Can you dig it, sucker? 92.3 The Fan, Ken Carmen. 7 to midnight. What's up, mother lovers? Damn it, Ken, I don't want to listen to any other shows. Overrated.
Even when you're drunk, this show makes sense. Hey, you're an idiot. Now I gotta run. 92.3 The Fan. Even now I want to try a Ken Carmen cocktail. Later.
So we got to get to this. I've been wanting to do it all night. If you shake it more than twice, you're playing with it. Okay?
Oh, that's greasy. That's really greasy. Yeah, that's greasy. Greasy.
One thing we love to do in sports all the time is go over legacy. We love in sports to compare legacy. Where do they stand all the time? And watching college football, Kellen Winslow is one of the most talented college football players I've ever seen with my very two eyes. And we are in an era now where tight ends are doing more than they really have ever done in the past. This is the evolution of football. If you want to see the difference between football players, look at tight ends. It is the absolute everything that people want in a football player. That's what a tight end is. Can catch, can block, can get over safeties, can knock people out. Kellen Winslow was the first one to that. Guy was incredible. As an NFL football player, what's your legacy? For Kellen Winslow, 6th overall pick, one of the greatest college football players I have seen, or at least most talented college football players I have seen. What's your legacy? Parking lots and getting caught doing what you did in a parking lot. Running a motorcycle in a parking lot, depending on whether or not you thought you were a 6th overall money pick and holding out on the Browns. And also, jerking your gherkin in a parking lot.
I was getting changed, you know what I'm saying? I don't want on TV.
Turn that thing off. He's pulling his goal.
I was getting changed.
Change my ass.
Knocking.
That was a bit.
It wasn't that, you know what I'm saying? I was getting changed. What's going on?
And even Paul Rubens, you know, a lot of people look at Paul Rubens and think, yeah, I know about that, but when I was a kid, Pee Wee's Playhouse was really cool, man. And you know what? He also did a pretty good job in Blow. I can get past it with Paul Rubens. What has Kellen Winslow left? On the football field, he had a couple of decent seasons, but it's marred by the controversy when he was first taken by the Cleveland Browns, holding out on the Browns, the problems he had with the infection, the problems he had with the motorcycle incident in a parking lot, obviously. And then this, which I'll try to believe you. I'll try to believe you. And don't act like there's a lot of people who haven't been caught in the same situation, except not in a parking lot of a Target. And saying you're looking for a Boston market. Come on, Kellen. We're all men here. We've all had egg on our faces at times. If you're looking for a Boston market, okay, I'll try to believe you there. But what's with all the Vaseline? Petroleum jelly, your choice, huh? Jergens not available? That's something a little bit better than something that oil-based. My God. Unless he had like a cold or something. He was trying to get two birds stoned at once. I don't understand it.
Yeah, I mean, it's a sticky situation. And if...
Bad pun. Bad pun Friday Night Live on the Fan.
You think they'll hold on to him? Do you think they'll keep him in New York? You think they're gonna release him?
I think it will be a full release.
I mean, because
for Kellen Woods.
As a player, I mean, he's had like one good year, and then his career just completely went limp. And all the
You've been ready for this all night. You've been ready for this all night, kid.
All the off-field activities and everything. I mean, he's a handful.
You out of him yet?
I don't know if you can come down too hard on him. I mean, there is stiff competition in the NFL.
Oh my God! Are you still going? Continue.
Go ahead.
College football, exemplary. The NFL wrecking motorcycles in one parking lot, getting caught changing in another parking lot. That's garbage.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, yeah. Best word in the history of words. Allegedly. Doc 55. Oh, Gary. Winslow really popped his cork in that 07 season.
All right.
Honey, you've been to the bathroom for over an hour. What the hell are you doing? Hang on, dear. I'm eating Boston Market. My dear God. Leave it play. We'll read all the puns. Tosh McDaniels. It's hard typing with one hand right now. These aren't even puns, they're just good. Why two? One for each hand? He should become a lawyer. He's good at badgering the witness. Bleeping tuna. Did Target tell him to come again?
All right.
Fake Les Levine on Twitter. How come quickie? Kellen Winslow.
I think that's my fave.
Oh, my dear God.
I rattled off a ton of them, and Mark Skog was impressed. He says it's hard to pull off what you just did there, kid. To erect innuendos the way you did takes stiff work. You finished well.
Of course, we told Michael to stop listening. Donald Slump. I would think a 14-year-old boy should be considered an expert regarding the Winslow story. I wasn't going to leave Michael on the line for that.
No.
That was not going to happen. I told him not to listen. I really hope he's not listening. Good God. Oh, my dear God. All right. Get back to serious business.
I was getting changed, you know what I'm saying? I don't want on TV. You know what I'm saying?
Off, he's pulling his goalie.
I was getting changed.
Change my ass.
Knocking.
That was a bit.
It wasn't that, you know what I'm saying? I was getting changed. What's going on?
Still to come, fake Pat Shurmur, Manziel, Whedon play-by-play calls, and next, the best of One Good Reason on the best and worst of the HellRide on 92.3, The Fan.
Why you tripping, Debo? Shut up, I'll knock your ass out.
I hope you're my intern forever. This is awesome.
He's going to kick your ass.
This is awesome.
They call that slavery. I ain't down for that, bro.
Well, Ken, your response?
I hope that we pay you. That's pretty much it. I hope that we pay you as soon as humanly possible.
There's a reason that men like that aren't chosen for greatness.
And that is the reason our honored leader brought you here.
Oh, Dad. Dad, please be reasonable.
You did?
Yeah.
Why?
Why? Why? For a million reasons.
Ain't nothing you can say now. Gonna make me change my mind. Just give me one good reason.
Give me one good reason why I should go through with this.
One good reason. Baby, it's the end.
Welcome back to the best and worst of the HellRide. I am Kenny Kidd. Follow me on Twitter at Mr. Kenny Kidd. We are about 75 minutes away from the greatest last thing you'll hear from me. I'll give you a hint.
Show me your balls, big boy.
That is at the end of the show, but right now, here is the best of One Good Reason on 92.3, The Fan.
Justin in Middlefield.
Kenny, give me one good reason I should be drinking a Steel Reserve Tall Boy on a Wednesday night.
Drink a beer.
You're either out of money, you are doing the trifecta, or you are a raging alcoholic. One of the three. One of those three.
Ken, this is too easy. Give me one good reason why people can't leave food in a room with you alone.
Again, a lot of these answers can go, have you seen this?
As he points to his belly.
As he smacks his belly.
I don't eat other people's food all the time.
You eat my food every day.
Go.
M. Skog joining in with another one. Give me one good reason I shouldn't get irresponsibly drunk tomorrow night.
As long as you're calling in, I can't give you one good reason for that. If you call in hammered, I'd be more than happy to take you. In fact, I encourage you. Go ahead.
Give me one good reason Nick Swisher is worth his salary.
I can't. It's a bad time. Go.
Ken, give me one good reason why you take duck-faced selfies of yourself and send them to girls.
I can't. I'll give you plenty of good reasons why Jacob's still a virgin for that type of stuff.
Wearing the same old work pants he has on every time I see him. Jacob the Twiggy Alien Man.
Back to the phones. Rick, go.
Give me one good reason, if I do not have to put a mirror on the back of my toilet yet, why I should go on a diet.
Are you married?
Yes, I am.
How does she look at you when you take your shirt off?
With lust in her eyes.
Then there's no good reason for you to actually go on a diet then, Rick. Give
me one good reason you have a mirror on the back of your toilet.
Because I like to see me in all my glory. Leo, one good reason.
One good reason the Indians will make the playoffs this year.
Holy God. Because... Luck. That's the best thing I can say. That's not a good reason at all. All in Bedford, one good reason.
Go.
Hey,
You say, Paul, I give you many reasons, my friend.
What's one good reason?
We are buddies, right? Me and you, we talk?
I think so.
All right. Sounds good, my friend. I give you one good reason. Let's go Blue Jackets.
Damn it. My ears are falling apart off the side of my head. Scott in Cleveland, one good reason.
Hey guys, it's me. I just want one good reason why I should get out of bed tomorrow.
Oh, it's Scott. Bill in Vermillion, one good reason.
Yeah, give me one good reason why I'll be with a woman ever again.
How much money you got, Bill? Bruce the mailman, one good reason.
Ken, give me one good reason why we shouldn't see you and Trav's mom in a scooter race.
Because Ken don't have one.
I still don't know if my scooter would go. Your mom has a scooter, right?
She does have a scooter.
Does she have an extra scooter?
My mom's got one.
No, yeah, kid's mom has a scooter.
Your mom has a scooter?
That's how we planned this all out.
We were going to race each other in our mom's scooters.
And we're going to vine it.
I need to race your mother in the scooter.
Why don't you race her on foot and do something for yourself?
No, it's not going to happen.
Ken, give me one good reason why when a woman tells a story, you have to sit through every single inane detail before you maybe get to a point.
He probably would like to get action. It depends on who you're talking to. Because when my wife tells me stories, I'm in and out of that thing. And then I get yelled at for not being in the story. I don't care about that bitch Clara who won't give you the seat that you want at your lunch table. I don't care. I'm just trying to get in it. All right, let me get another one.
All right, Ken, give me one good reason why you would leave your house looking like a gigantic piece of bubblegum.
I didn't have another shirt to wear. It was this or shirtless.
Okay, one more real quick. Give me one good reason why your wife has not done your laundry in at least a month if this was your last shirt.
We had an off day on Monday, and the day she usually does do the laundry, we had a lot. It was just a big day, and we were too busy.
Okay.
So here we are.
Fair enough.
I will have a shirt to wear tomorrow.
I hope you do.
Vic?
Back to me. All right.
All right, never mind. Jason, no, shut up. Jason in East Cleveland, one good reason.
Let everyone get in.
Give me one good reason why the bottom of the Twinkie always sticks to the damn paper.
I have very rarely had a Twinkie. I am a ho-ho guy the entire way.
I'll say for the Twinkie, it's because of the moisture of the moist Twinkie in the plastic wrapper.
Yeah.
And that bottom of it is...
Yeah, but that's job one. That's job one. If you're going to do anything well, you got to keep it moist.
Oh, that's greasy. That's really greasy. Yeah, that's greasy. Greasy.
You ain't eating anything unless you keep it moist. Kid?
Give me one good reason why they would even bother trying to sell toothpaste in Pittsburgh.
If you have one tooth, you got to keep very good care of the thing, okay? You name it, maybe Chopper.
Is it
maybe
like
you
a
name
family
it
heirloom that they just passed down from generation, that one tube of toothpaste?
You name it possibly after a Steelers player. Like, I know there's probably some guys in Butler County who have one called Carnell Lake. The other one has his tooth called Van Morris. You usually take care of the one tooth that you have. Heath and Berea, one good reason.
One good reason why Ken's shirt matches my wife's pregnancy test.
Milton, what do you got?
One good reason why this show has been better with no Vic.
Because I don't have a second wife complaining at me. That's why. I'm probably the biggest polygamist in all of Cleveland, Ohio. Bill and Vermillion sitting there going, fat chance. I'm probably the biggest polygamist in all of Cleveland, Ohio, just because I got Vic and my wife nagging at me every single night. I'm the most miserable man in West Park. Squeak, what do you got?
One good reason to let Kenny Kidd do 2020s from now on.
Do you hear those pipes? Lima, he has a one good reason. Hello, Lima.
Well, totally agree with
What's your
more
theory?
2020s for Kenny as long as I don't have to come in. I can leave early on a normal time. Thanks a lot, Vic. Thanks a lot, Rob. Thanks a lot, Andy. But I have one good reason. Kenny, you're doing admirably.
Don't talk about Rob like that.
Lima, what's your theory?
No, this isn't I have a theory. This is a, what are we calling this?
Let me know.
Hold on. Is this Sports Babylon? No, wait. I'm getting them confused. This happens all the time. It is. All right. Now, here we go. Give me one good reason.
Let me talk.
Yeah, let me talk.
About what?
Give me. I hate all of you right now. As I'm driving back from Target right now, give me one good reason why I should be on Tinder when I'm in Indy for the Big Ten Championship.
Oh, are the women in Indianapolis better than Cleveland?
A lot of young professionals, a lot of industry.
Ooh, I would say those are two very good reasons right there. Will they be wearing business clothes? You know a woman in business clothes, Lima.
Pantsuit. You had me at pantsuit, Ken.
And I see a certain number that's calling in on the hotline that I don't know about, and Nick actually puckered up as well. Maybe our final night of one good reason. Hello.
Hi, Ken.
Hi.
Hi, Ken. Hi, Nick.
Hello.
Give me one reason I shouldn't fire Lima right now.
Because you don't have anyone to replace him.
You like his attitude.
That's one point.
You like his snarky attitude.
No.
He wears a pair of pants very well.
No.
You need to post the job first and get some resumes before you think about doing that.
It's true.
I don't know.
Thank you very much, Andy. Charlie and Aurora, you're next up on the fan.
One good reason why exactly you built a museum-grade display room for all of your LeBron James jerseys.
Because I prefer, and it's not just his cup, it's his jockstrap in my face every single night when I go to bed. And I want to do nothing. Might as well forget it. I want to breathe LeBron's musk in my face. So I want that in my face, and I want every single trophy. And it's not even trophies. It's really a collection of his sweatbands and his jockstrap, so I can just hear my kisses.
That was a tremendous
looks
visual.
like Andy's calling back again, huh?
More likely. What? You.
All right, give me one good reason I'll still be married after my wife opens her presents and finds a crock pot in a frying pan.
Because you're the only guy in this city who can do that. Fedor.
We're talking about golf. Give me one good reason why Tiger Woods will not win the Masters.
Because he'll have some problem with his quote-unquote knee or not having sex at Perkins. Good.
All right, this one's coming from @Struggling on Twitter. Give me one good reason why gym teachers can wear sweatpants all the time, yet Ken gets dirty looks when he wears his to curves.
Because it's full of women, and obviously I've been just being a pervert at that point. I don't wear sweatpants in public, I told you. I will continue to wear jeans until they stop giving me material to make bigger jeans, because once I wear sweatpants in public, as a soon-to-be someday middle-aged white man, I am telling everybody that I have given up on life. Fedor.
Good to know you're keeping Wrangler in business.
These are Old Navy, thank you.
Oh.
Which I used to wear Wrangler before I got married, and then she put the kibosh on that. What, kid?
Your wife is telling you what you can and can't do.
She buys the clothes, you ass. It's better than...
No,
if she
give me
wants to
one
bring it
good
home,
reason. Give me one good reason why you let your wife dress you.
Because I'm not going to the store. The reason I got married, you wanted me to give you one good reason?
Yes.
For a ride home. That's why I got married. You.
One good reason why you don't watch The Bachelor.
Thank you, Milton. See, between my legs and hanging from there is a pair of testicles.
Belly. And I guess that maybe if you lifted that up, then maybe you'd see some stones.
Mike in Fairport Harbor, one good reason.
Yeah, I want one good reason why Fedor would rather watch the Cleveland Browns in the Super Bowl than have sex with his girlfriend.
Oh, that's greasy. That's really greasy. Yeah, that's greasy. Greasy.
Go ahead. Wait, are you telling me you wouldn't? It's
What?
the Browns in the Super Bowl.
There's a difference.
That's a once in a
Now,
a millennium
thing. If we're talking about Browns in the Super Bowl or sex with Fedor's girlfriend, I don't know how I weigh that out. I'm a huge Browns fan, but
all right. Nobody else is having sex with my girlfriend but me.
One-time shot, and it's Fedor's girlfriend. Get two birds stoned at once. Kid, what do you got for me, bud?
Give me one good reason why people who have the ability to post blogs online insist on using 35 consecutive tweets to get their opinions out there. I'm sorry.
Who are you talking about?
There's a couple of people.
Rhymes with
faux dull. Is that who you got there, bud?
Slick
What do you got?
Slick Wilson. Ken, give me one good reason I got my girlfriend
pregnant.
No, just that I got it.
Pull out.
Because people look at us. People look at us like, what? Huh? He got her? So give me one good reason I did.
I mean, I don't want you to put it on the table.
Hi, my name's Chris. Let's have sex.
Dirty Tom, one good reason.
Ken, give me one good reason why Q104 has not accepted all of Fedor's applications.
I'm trying, Dirty Tom.
Fedor actually wanted to play too much Taylor Swift. Jamie says, Ken, one good reason Fedor thinks he's the only one having sex with his girlfriend.
I can answer that, thank you, Jamie and Ken. Because, Ken, when you've got filet, why would you go down to a strip?
My God, Fedor. How did that all work out? Because your girlfriend is a dime.
You know what I think it is?
I'm telling you.
I think it's my charming personality. We have a lot in common.
Rapist wit.
A lot of the TV shows we watch are the same. Movies we watch are the same.
Oh, you have the same TV shows as a woman.
Same taste in music.
As a
Their
woman.
menstrual cycles are synchronized.
We
got a lot in common. Hey, give me one good reason why you mispronounced your last name.
Because the middle initials I can't say because it's an FCC violation.
Silent B.
Vic, go ahead. And give me one good reason why you enjoy wearing thongs at home and your wife wears boxers.
I don't wear thongs at all.
What do you got, Allie? You got your finger on the button.
Give me one good reason why Vic's voice doesn't go as low as mine does.
My voice does go as low
Because he doesn't have as much testosterone?
Yeah. I don't shoot up steroids like you do. Good God. I make fat jokes all day long, and I'm now at an all-time low in self-esteem.
Now? Now you are? Not in the morning when you look in the mirror? Now?
You done?
I don't know. Give me one good reason you and your wife share bras.
Allie?
Ken, give me one good reason why I can't tweet pictures of myself walking my cat.
Dumbest thing Why don't you go read Flowers in the Attic and move up in the woods and not bother anybody if you're going to do that? Kid.
I got one for Allie. Allie, give me one good reason why women bitch when you call certain chores women's work. It's in the name.
God.
I am the least, feminist, female. So, I mean, a woman's work is a woman's work.
All right.
In the kitchen, I want a sandwich, too.
Good for you. Kid, you got anything to add?
I've got more if you want to.
Go ahead. Give me one more.
Give me one good reason why I should let my wife finish first. Give me one. I just want one. One good reason.
Because we used to be men around here. Times have changed.
I don't want to play anymore.
All right. That's one good reason.
Stay up to date on the Browns, Indians, and Cavaliers. Text 923 Sports from your mobile device to 84816 and get live updates delivered as the news breaks. Coming up next, more of the best and worst of the HellRide, the Ken Carmen Show with the at Mr. Kenny Kidd on 92.3 The Fan. I'm Paul Tebow, 2020 Sports.
Can you dig it, sucker?
The best and worst of the HellRide with Kenny Kidd on 92.3 The Fan.
As Paul Tebow just said, at Mr. Kenny Kidd on Twitter. On the way, this is Brownstown. We are the home of the Cleveland Browns, so a lot of these have a lot to do with the Browns. Fake Pat Shurmur on the way, but right now here is the hype and the flack that we got from the Johnny Manziel play-by-play calls on 92.3 The Fan.
I will take unproven hype over yesterday's garbage every single year. Oh, Alex Smith. Yeah, I get it. I know. Story came out earlier this week, and even today, Browns were interested in Matt Schaub. Jason LaConfort reported it. Browns were interested, and we even knew that they were interested in Matt Schaub. That's not necessarily a surprise. Kirk Cousins was an interest. They had offered a 4th-round pick for Kirk Cousins, which I thought was... Even I don't know about Kirk Cousins. I may like Kirk Cousins. I may hate Kirk Cousins, but I already have one mystery quarterback from Michigan State. I don't need another. But I'll take that unproven quarterback, that unproven hype, and a lot of people who hate Johnny Manziel, hype. All you guys do is hype it up. Well, I really think, kid, that there is no more hype than what we've been doing since, what you say, January? You want to get the hype machine going again?
Yeah, I think it was around January when we started doing these.
All right, 2nd and 7. Come the Cleveland Browns at the 19-yard line. Manziel from the gun, back in the backfield to his left is Tate. Manziel takes the snap, looking left, looking right, going to take it himself, tries to go to the middle, jumps over a lineman, still on his feet, rolls out to the left, has Carman at the 10, to the 5, far side of the end zone, touchdown, Johnny Football, touchdown, Cleveland Browns. And the dog pound, you're next to your buddy stuffing $1 bills in his mouth. He's your own personal Virgil.
Beers are being slammed.
T-shirt cannons are going off. You're giving stunners to your other buddies just because you want to. It is a wild, pandemonium feeling over the dog pound. I will continue to perpetuate the hype as long as I want to. Because while we've done that as a joke, there have been a couple who took us seriously, including Ben in Strongsville. During a strongly worded email to myself, I think Kid might have been connected to it, but I don't know if he got it. Maybe I'm just thinking out loud.
I didn't get anything.
I'm not going to read you the whole email because I don't want to give Ben all the credit in the world, but...
I delete a lot of things without opening them.
Ben in Strongsville, one of the lines that stuck out to me, and this is concerning the Johnny Manziel touchdown calls, because I'm filling people up with false hope. Excuse me, we're filling people up with false hope. You and me and Vic.
Uh-huh.
You and your kind, this is a quote, which I don't know what my kind is. You and your kind continue to poison the minds of smart fans with talk of this bleeping bust, Manziel, spelled M-A-N-Z-E-L-L. That's an email from Ben in Strongsville. I have no idea how he's going to turn out. I have very severe reservations about him. To a degree, I think sometimes we've overdone it with Johnny Manziel. The criticisms, I think, have been too harsh with Johnny Manziel. But I'll tell you what, I will go over unproven hype. I will get excited about unproven hype. Even I will jump on the bandwagon about a guy like Johnny Manziel, who brings in a charisma, who brings in a confidence and a cockiness that is infectious to an NFL football team, that it doesn't matter if you're the Cleveland Browns, the Colts, the Pittsburgh Steelers, the Oakland Raiders, no matter who, would latch onto this thing and never let go. Even I will get excited about it over this.
3 receivers string out wide right, 1 near side left. Whedon back on 1st down. Looking. Gonna fling the ball out. It's gonna be intercepted. Oh my goodness. DeAndre Levy picks it off. The unthinkable. He was trying to get out of there and he just flipped the ball up in the air and the linebacker Levy intercepted it.
That was great.
Shotgun, Whedon back to pass, looking right, throws to the middle, it's picked off, and it's going to go for a touchdown. William Gay's got it. He jumped in front of Jordan Cameron, and the Steelers are in again. Whedon takes the snap on 1st down. He's getting a blitz. He got blocking, though, and he fires down the middle, and it's picked off. Taken off as it's picked off by Cyprian. He's to the 25, the 20, he's to the 16, and Joe Thomas bear hugs him into the Browns sideline.
Oh, that sounds wonderful. You want that or this? 3rd and goal. Come the Cleveland Browns at the 10-yard line. Manziel from the gun, 3 wide to the far side. Takes the snap. Now steps up in the pocket. Eludes one tackler. Another rolls out to his left. Throwing end zone. Complete in the end zone. Right underneath the crossbar. Jordan Cameron with no one around him. Touchdown, Johnny Football. Touchdown, Cleveland Browns.
Everybody's gonna pay.
All of a sudden, the clothes get a little loose in the dog pound.
There's $1 million man.
Your girlfriend get a little bit moist.
Always.
Johnny Manziel leaving in the dog pound like he would be on West 6.
That old guy at the end of the row is shedding a tear.
That best wingman you could possibly find. Not only on West 6, but even in the stadium. But no, forget all that. Let's go back to the way things were. Good, solid quarterbacking in the NFL.
Here's Whedon on first down. Play action fake again. Going up top. Looking, throwing, and it's off the hands of Jordan Cameron, and it is picked off. It's Dimitri Patterson, and Whedon has thrown his 3rd interception. 3 receivers string out wide right. 1 near side left. Whedon back on first down. Looking. Gonna fling the ball out. It's gonna be intercepted. Oh, my goodness.
Sounds like he had plenty of time.
Levy picks it off. The unthinkable. He was trying to get out of there, and he just flipped the ball up in the air, and the linebacker, Levy, intercepted it.
The reason that we picked that is you might remember Boy George's crying game from Ace Ventura. When Ace took off all his clothes and burned them and jumped in the shower. I think that's the way a lot of people felt after coming home from a Browns game from Brandon Whedon. But wait a minute, let's give Ben and Strongsville another one.
They got knocked out from underneath, and it's picked up by the Jaguars, and they're running free with it. Derek Marks ended up with the ball, scooping it up, and he ran down the field inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. And, Doug, I got to tell you, I don't know if they can bring Whedon back out here in the second half.
Is there more? I know that there were plenty.
No, I think that's enough.
Can I, send a bill to the 480 bridge just because I help their business? I'm technically endorsing the 480 bridge by playing that, right? We are. Kid, you can get on this, too.
Yeah, sure.
That's fine. Yeah, I'll take Unproven Hype. Right over that, I will take Unproven Hype.
Ken, quit hyping it up.
I'm sorry. Sorry I had fun. Go back to a quarterback we could set our watch to. Oh, God. You got any Eric Clapton Tears in Heaven? Can we play that during a Brandon Whedon play? Good God. I wanted to hear more Boy George. What are you doing, kid?
Yeah. There we go. Twitter's blowing up. The best and worst of the HellRide. Right now, you got fake Pat Shurmur on 92.3 The Fan.
You probably follow him on Twitter if you have Twitter. If you don't, you probably should, because it is all hilarious. At least makes Sundays a little bit more tolerable. Fake Pat Shurmur joins us live from Berea. Hello, Fake Pat.
Hello, Ken. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing very, very well. First of all, how are you feeling going into Sunday's football game?
Well, I feel pretty confident that our guys are going to make a ton of progress. They battled real hard all year, and I think that's going to be the case on Sunday. I just want to say it's an honor for me to go up against a guy like North Turner. North Turner has a tremendous resume, and he is one of my idols in the coaching profession. And really, when I try to look at who I try to emulate as a head coach and the results that I get, North Turner is high on that list. So I'm excited to go up against North, and I think it's going to be a fun game on Sunday.
Mr. Fake Pat Shurmur, the Kenny Kid here.
Throwing the mister in there.
I got one hypothetical here. Say you guys are 2nd and goal on the 1 yard line with 30 seconds left in the half. What's your play?
Take the knee. Just take the knee. Go into the locker room. I think that's a smart play. And if we want to make progress, you got to take the knee. There's no other option.
My favorite part about that, Fake Pat, and what makes you such a great coach, it works on either 1 yard line.
Well, I don't know if you noticed, but, when we practice the 2-minute offense quite a bit. Every time we've run the 2-minute offense, we start with a run. Every single time. And I think that's important when you're talking about, kicking off your 2-minute offense drive, especially if you're low on timeouts. You run the ball for 1 yard up the middle, and you just take as much time as you possibly can. I think that's definitely important.
Fake Pat, I know that Mike Holmgren also obviously struggled in your mind in Green Bay and in Seattle, but you have to love the job he did when he came to Cleveland to turn things around.
Well, I take issue with the statement he came to Cleveland. Mike called me quite a bit from Seattle, in his vacation home in Southern California. He was here a couple of days a week, and, he did a good job, popped his head into the office, told us, we all did a good job. But, Mike is going to enjoy his vacation. He still gets paid for doing nothing in Seattle, and I'm pretty proud of him for that. And I'll tell you what, that's really contagious when you look at from the top down, the level of work ethic that Mike Holmgren displayed and the amount of time that he spent on our franchise and on our team, that just trickled on down to Tom Heckert and to myself, and I think you're seeing the results of that on the field.
Hey, Fake Pat, Brandon Weeden has been showing a lot of progress. How do you feel about that, and do you feel like you're overexposing him, and are we going to see McCoy anytime soon?
Well, we're not. I don't think we'll see Colt. The thing I'll say is I put part of Brandon's progress on me. When he works within our system, I think he's great. But I've got to stop calling any play that could result in a 30, 35-yard pass. And that's the main reason, by the way, that I punted last week. Everybody's mad that I punted on 4th and 1 last week. But the play before that, had Josh Gordon caught the ball, and thankfully he didn't. By the way, we practice that all the time, dropping the football in practice. That's a key component of our offense. But thankfully, he didn't catch it because, that would have been a touchdown, and we probably would have, God forbid, won the game. So when I saw that and when I saw how close we were to winning, that was an easy decision. And by the way, any time that you punt the ball on 4th and 1 in your opponent's territory, I think it's very important to take a timeout beforehand and to burn a timeout late in the game. I think that's a huge thing.
Fake Pat, I think we've all been wondering, I don't know if we ever heard the answer to this question, when the bundle of papers was blown from your sideline over to Marvin Lewis's sideline and he picked up that bundle of papers, what is it that he saw?
You know what? We were winning the game, or it was a close game at the time. That was my play call sheet. I was trying my best, guys. I'm not for winning. I'm for progress. So, but when it was a close game and I thought, oh, my gosh, we could pull this out, I sent over that play call sheet to Marvin. And unfortunately, Marvin Lewis is a worse coach than I thought because I thought he used it to his advantage. But, so you know what? To make sure that didn't happen again, I just emailed our whole playbook to Bruce Arians in Indianapolis before the last game. That way, we didn't have to wait until the second half. He could just have it and plan for it, and we'd be good to go.
What do you tell people that we've had and I asked your approval rating last Friday, and it was at 64%. It's been hovering around 15. What do you tell your pundits in Cleveland, nationally as well, people that say you're on the hot seat? How do you respond to something like that, Fake Pat?
We're battling. We're moving forward. We're making progress. We're in every game. Our players play hard, and that should count for something. I mean, look, 73,000 people spend their hard-earned money to come down to our stadium, and I don't think they want to see a win. They want to see us battle. I think that's important. They want to see a lot of progress, and boy, I am delivering on that week in and week out, and it couldn't, be any better in terms of that standpoint. So I'm surprised. You said 15%. I'm surprised it's not like 99%. I thought last week was one of my best games as a head coach, and as I've said time and time again, I would make that same decision over again. Not only to punt the ball on 4th and 1, but that 2-minute offense at the end of the first half, I thought that was one of my best jobs that I've ever done. So
I can't
think
blame
I'm
you.
doing great.
Fake Pat, I thank you very, very much for the time. Continue the game plan. I know you're working late into the night, my friend. We really appreciate you stopping by.
Working hard, but there's no such thing as a game plan. We're not about that here at the Browns. So thanks, Ken. I appreciate that.
Fake Pat, thank you very much.
Big Pat Shurmur on 92.3 The Fan. The greatest last thing you'll hear from me will be from me, and that's in about 40 minutes. I'll give you a hint.
I want him, and I want him bad.
That's coming up at the end of the show. Next, the Fake Pat exit interview, and that is coming up next on the best and worst of the HellRide on 92.3 The Fan.
That's what happens when you get into radio and just you stop caring about your physical appearance. 216-578-0090.
Is that what happens when you get into radio, or is that why you get into radio?
You're funny. You got good jokes. You guys, I tell you. I don't know. Need that 480 bridge to tweet at me. Tweet me some positive things.
Tweet you or come pick you up.
One of the two.
Bring the flat.
All right, to the Browns. You know what? There you go. Abbott and Costello can do the rest of the show. Good night.
The best and worst of the HellRide with Kenny Kidd on 92.3 The Fan.
Yeah. Welcome back to the best and worst of the HellRide. I am Kenny Kidd at Mr. Kenny Kidd on Twitter. A caller tribute in about 20 minutes. You're not going to want to miss that. You may have made the cut. Plus the Mike Pettin intro that we did for him. That's all coming up very shortly. But first, here is part 2 of Fake Pat Shurmur on the Ken Carman Show. This is the exit interview on The Fan.
Fake Pat Shurmur. Hello, Pat.
Oh, Ken.
What's the biggest lesson that you learned with the Browns?
Well, I think the biggest lesson is that I need to add a few more plays to the playbook. And so I've spent the last 2 days, and I've added 2 new plays to the playbook. I now have a total of 5 plays. Not only do I run it up the middle, but I run it now behind the left guard, and I run it behind the right guard. I've still got the screen play in the playbook where it's important anytime you run a screen that you don't have lead blockers in there. That's the play that we fumbled on in Pittsburgh. So that's the 4th play. And then the 5th play is just a combination of field goal / punt. So I've added 2 new plays. I think that's important, and I think that's going to be very appealing to several of these teams.
What did you like best and worst about your time here in Cleveland?
We have great fans, and the fans battle, and they appreciate the battle. I mean, first of all, name one other team in the league that, they're going to sell out stadiums week in and week out, just to watch a battle and to watch some progress and spend their hard-earned money doing that. So I think that was the best part, is the interaction with the fans. The worst part is we scored way too many touchdowns in that 3-game winning streak. That was awful. That was just absolutely terrible.
Hey, Fake Pat, Chris Villar, 2020 Sports. I have to ask you, you said you wanted to be an NFL head coach again in the future. Of all the spots that have opened up, what do you see as the best fit for your style?
Oh, Arizona, by far. I mean, they lost 12 in a row. So I can work with that. I can work with 12 losses in a row. I definitely see myself like a good fit.
Fake Pat Shurmur joins us on the show. Do you wish you had more time?
Yeah, this is a 25-year plan, and we were in the 2nd year of a 25-year plan. And so, year number 2, and look, they have some new guys that come in, and they value winning. And I don't know why. I mean, I guess some people just kind of like that. But, I have a different skill set, obviously, and I wasn't going to bring that to the table. So I understand it. But, I was planning on being here well into my 70s, and unfortunately now some other lucky organization is going to have me as a part of their team next year.
No, Mr. Fake Pat, when you were sitting at 5-8, you won 3 straight with an outside shot of making the playoffs. How was the coaches' meeting leading up to that Washington game? How did that go?
I was upset, and I think, look, you can do all of the talking during practice and the player meetings and the coaches' meetings, but I think it showed on the field the Washington game how serious I was to returning to progress, because Mike Shanahan ran 2 plays. He ran 1 running play, and he ran the same bootleg about 17,000 times during the game, and they ran up and down the field and back and forth, and they killed us. And so I thought that was an important game for me, because there was a lot on the line, and people started to view us in a different light, and a lot of people actually thought that, we actually had a chance at the playoffs. I knew that wasn't the case. I didn't want that to be the case, and, we made sure that we got back to Shurmur ball at home against Washington, and then the last 2 weeks of the season with Denver and Pittsburgh as well.
Fake Pat, it sounds like Chip Kelly of Oregon may be the guy to come in and replace you on this team. Do you feel like his style of offense, as it is in the NCAA, can be successful in the NFL?
It makes me want to vomit. I mean, you see how many touchdowns his team score, and the innovation I mean, I'm still running the same plays from 1979 when Bill Walsh created them. This guy's creating his own. I mean, that is absurd. And they get it into the end zone. I don't even know if they're field goal kicker, if they even try to kick field goals, which is just horrific. So I think it can work in the NFL. I do. And that's why I think teams should stay far, far away from a guy like Chip Kelly.
Pat, when it comes to Minnesota, that's been a job you've been heavily rumored in already, and that's a team making a playoff run. Are you excited about the type of players that they have in Minnesota, especially Adrian Peterson?
Oh, yeah. I mean, can you imagine? I could take him from a 2,000-yard guy to about a 700-yard guy, from a guy who averages 5.9 yards per carry to a guy who averages about 2.7 yards per carry. And let me just say this. If I do get the Minnesota job, I think it's important that Adrian Peterson understand breaking tackles and, gaining 10 yards per carry. If you do that, you're on the bench. I mean, remember Montario Hardesty, especially during our winning streak. He'd come in and he'd run the ball for 19 yards, then he wouldn't see the field again. Travis Benjamin had the longest punt return for a touchdown in team history. He didn't return one more punt for the rest of the year. So I'm serious about that. I like my guys only to get about 2 yards to carry, and hopefully Adrian will buy into that philosophy.
Mr. Fake Pat, in that last game in Pittsburgh, in Heinz Field, Thad Lewis, the third-string quarterback, was the starter of that game. And in the beginning, he was starting to show a little bit of spark. What happened there with that interception?
I coached him. That's what happened. I coached him. I noticed that Polamalu was jumping that kind of route. They called the route and through the interception. I'm very proud of him. He battled. I'll tell you, the guy, my player of that game, though, Mr. Kidd, was easily Josh Johnson. I mean, in his Browns career, he is 0 for 1 with an incomplete pass that went about 2 yards in the air. He got belted in the back when he threw it, and the ball hit the ground. So Josh Johnson, I was really impressed by him, and I'm very glad that we signed him because I thought he did very well, represented the organization well.
If you were to be an offensive coordinator, even get another crack as a head coach, who's your quarterback right now that's your prototypical guy?
Well, I like the second half. Brandon Weeden, I thought, played fantastically well. Number one, he loved to throw it into coverage, which I'm a big proponent of. But then when he didn't throw it into coverage and we had wide-open receivers, it was important for him to throw the ball 25 yards over the head of those open receivers. So I think that's important.
Sir Fake Pat, I've been kind of looking over the different situations that are available in the NFL, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like Kansas City would be a wonderful opportunity for you, led by 5 Pro Bowlers, including their punter.
Exactly, and anytime you can take a group of Pro Bowl guys, and you can only win 2 or 3 games in a season, I think you have to do it. That's important. And so I would fit great in Kansas City. Buffalo is a place to heck. They haven't made the playoffs in 13 years. So that's very appealing to me. I've been in the NFL, actually, for 13 years. So I think I'd be a great leader. I would inspire some men in both Kansas City and Buffalo.
Fake Pat, I got one more. Kid wants to throw one more in there. Go ahead, Kid.
Yeah, Mr. Fake Pat. What's next for Fake Pat?
Father.
What's next for Fake Pat? And do you have any recommendations for the new regime?
If you're looking for a quality head coach that's committed to the battle for progress, the Syracuse, Doug Maroney out of Syracuse, Leigh Horton, or Ken Wisdom. And I think those are 3 guys that could definitely take the torch that I've established and bring the Browns into the next few years of battling. But to answer the first part of your question, Sir Mr. Kidd, I think it's important that, the Browns make the right hire. If they do not make the right hire, if they go for a guy who's committed to winning like Chip Kelly or like some of the other candidates that you're hearing out there, then the Fake Pat will be retired. And I've said that all along. This was an account that's been committed to the battle for progress. And if the Browns veer away from that battle for progress, and if they make a decision that's geared toward winning games as a franchise, then I am more than happy to retire the Fake Pat.
Well, now that it may be retired, as far as this offseason's concerned, what is the final question? What is the future for you as far as this winter, this spring? Do you take time off Holmgren style? What do you do?
Oh, Mike and I'm at Mike's right now, actually. He says hello, by the way. Fake Mike says hello. But we're on his back porch on the West Coast. It's just getting dark out here, and we're sipping on those little martinis with umbrellas. And, I think it's important. I made $3 million a year doing what I did. That man made $8 million a year doing what he did. And that is just, boy, I'll tell you what, my hats are off to him. That's very impressive work by the fake Mike. So we're hanging out now, and I told him that I'll kind of be his buddy throughout the offseason. You know me, guys. I'm not into preparing. Even if I get hired at some other organization, I'll step in about a week before our first game. Training camp to me is just kind of overrated. And I'll step in a week before with my 5 plays, and we'll be ready to go.
Fake Pat, thank you very much for the time. All the best, my friend.
Thank you. Enjoy the show. Take care, guys.
Good progress to you.
Thank you very much. Fake Pat Shurmur. The exit interview.
After listening to that, it's no wonder we got so excited and went a little overboard to welcome Stone Cold Steve Austin.
What?
I mean, Mike Pettin to the Cleveland Browns.
This is the Ken Carman Show on 92.3 The Fan.
Mike Lombardi and I were, Mo and Larry, we set out to find Curly.
What?
That's why it took so long. There aren't a lot of Curlies running around the country, so.
What?
I think Jimmy said it well. We're very attracted by his intelligence.
What?
His aggressiveness.
What?
His toughness.
What?
And the type of discipline I think he's going to bring to the team. I think we're very conscious of where the team is at now. Its evolution.
What?
Strengths and weaknesses.
What?
Its character. And we think he's an outstanding fit.
What?
So, with great excitement, I welcome to the Cleveland Browns as their 15th coach, Mike Pettin.
You want my comments? What? What? Is that what you're asking me? What? Speak up, hold the microphone so I can talk.
To hang tough when things go bad, that the heads don't drop, and it's same old Browns, and teams talk themselves into losing. Okay, that to me is the culture that needs to be changed here. We're going to build a team that's not just physically tough, but obviously mentally.
Jones, Big 316 says I just whipped your ass.
Because I have belief I'll have belief in the staff that we're going to build, belief in the players, and I have a belief in the system that will be run here. That again, that the standards will be high, players will be held accountable, and that force has been applied other places, and it's been successful.
What?
That defensive coach that says, listen, we're going to win it on defense, and we're going to run, and we don't need to have a great quarterback. To win in this league, you have to have a great quarterback, and that's something that we're going to put our full focus and attention on.
Give me a hell yeah.
One of the things that was so attractive for me was when I sat in those meetings, how upbeat they were, the energy, how much passion there was, especially for Mr. Haslam, about wanting to win. And again, like I just mentioned, this is a bottom line business, and I think a lot of the pieces are in place here to do that.
And that's the bottom line.
Mike Pettin, new head coach of the Browns, 15th head coach overall. In the first 49 years of the Browns, they had 8 head coaches.
What?
In the first 49 years of the Browns, they had 8 head coaches.
What?
In the first 49 years of the Browns, 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 they had 8 head coaches.
Drink a beer.
In the last 15 years of the Browns.
What?
In the last 15 years of the Browns.
What?
In the last 15 years of the Browns.
What?
They had 7 head coaches.
Another beer?
Did you make the cut? Caller tribute next, plus the greatest ever. Last thing you'll hear from me coming up next on the Ken Carman Show's Best and Worst of the HellRide on 92.3 The Fan. The smoking ban?
God, here we are.
Oh, okay. Ken Carman's Willpower at a Buffet. That's number 2.
There we are. There it is. Go ahead, Joe Camel. Give me the 3rd.
And number 3 would be Blue Blazer Swan Dive.
don't want to be a part of this anymore. I'm leaving the room.
There's something wrong with you guys, seriously, but...
92.3 The Fan, 2020 Sports.
With your 2020 sports, I'm Paul Teeple. Up next, the wrap-up, bringing on home with Kenny Kidd on the best and the worst of the HellRide, the Ken Carman Show.
Bet your ass.
I'm Paul Teeple, 2020 Sports.
Eastbound and down, loaded up and trucking. Are we gonna do what they say can't be done?
Oh, yeah. Final segment of the night, not the final segment of the week. I am Kenny Kidd. This is the Ken Carman Show. This is the best and the worst of the HellRide. We've heard many, many great clips, great moments from the past 2.5, 3 years. And we couldn't do this without the callers. We couldn't do this without the listeners and the callers. So I put together a small tribute for the callers. It's a caller tribute. If you didn't make the cut, it didn't mean that your call sucked, because I put some bad calls in here too. It just don't have time for everyone. And maybe next time you'll make the cut. Or how about you just try harder? But anyways, here is the caller tribute on 92.3 The Fan.
Monkeys, roll the footage.
Dusty Rhodes, he's next up on the fans.
Kevin Savannah.
Hello.
The question today is, who have you watched on the Clippers? Now, we'll tell you this. To quote Justin Timberlake, it's gonna be me. I'm gonna buy the Clippers. That's right. We're going to take them to the LA's, if you will. Or we're going to have cheerleaders all dressed up called the Sapphires. And our mascot's going to be a turnbuckle dressed in black with yellow polka dots. And his name's going to be Soup Plug. That is right, Daddy. You better catch that keynote ticket in, because it's the best thing happened today, Daddy.
Oh, my God.
We got to go, Kenny. I love you, Daddy.
Thank you, Dusty Rhodes. Tuna in Cleveland, you're next up on the fan.
Hey, you know what, Kid Carmen? You kill me.
I run the underworld, I decide who does what and where they do it at.
There you go. There you go.
Go ahead, Tuna.
Tell you what, I'll tell you like this, Carmen. I got a bone to pick with you, man.
I'm sure you do.
You always try to discredit me, and I'm the only guy that calls in with some sense on your head.
Not my fault. Your opinion
sucks.
sucks.
Let me tell you why. Just 5 minutes ago, sir, if you rewind the tape, you just said that Mingo and Paul Kruger, and not one time did you mention the fact that you guys got Jabal.
So wait a minute. I did mention Jabal Sheard. So in a way, in your own mind, you said I think he sucks. Wait, in your mind, hold on. So I don't
want to take my time going to work. I got a motorcycle and a sleeper bag and 10 or 15 girls. What the hell I want to go off and go to work for? Work for what? Money? I got all the money in the world. I'm a king, man.
Hey, I got a machine gun, I got a motorcycle, and a sleeping bag, guy. I'm rolling for nickels.
It's working now.
What I do? Because you think that Khalil Mack can rush the passer better than Jabal Sheard. You want to know why he can rush the passer better than Jabal Sheard? Because Jabal Sheard's a bum. And I told you that 3 years ago, son. And you said that he was obviously good.
I didn't even mention Jabal Sheard.
I wasn't knocking someone's door down. I was running from that. When I got out, I was in that. I was already through that. I had that. I had the studio. I went to the studio. Went to Fox Studios. I had it all. And I looked at it and I said, this is a bigger jail than I just got out of.
Yeah, I run the underworld, Carmen. I do. Because you don't know what you're talking about. The cousin knows what he's talking about. And you gotta show some respect.
Hey, Tuna.
Hollywood knows Hollywood. Anybody that knows the garbage cans in the alley understands Hollywood.
And I'm still happy on my garbage stuff.
Tuna.
You know what? I know my garbage stuff. If this Cleveland not native, and
Tuna.
The guy from Veterans dropped that football, and then Joe, we had two Super Bowl rings, sir.
Tuna.
Would you please shut the hell up?
I'm listening.
Tuna, did you get that all out of your system?
Kind of, sort of.
Did you get it all out of your system?
A little bit.
Good, because you're still wrong. Dennis and Parma, you're next up on the fan.
I gotta say, that was the most amazing win I've ever seen by the Jackets team. They played with the soul. I hear that horn. Oh.
That's what I'm talking about.
Spin. That was an incredible laugh.
That's great. I tell you what, man, they play with the heart, they play with the soul.
I enjoy it, Dennis. It's Chuck in Cleveland. He's been the most patient. He's next in line. Hello, Chuck.
What's up, man?
How you feeling? You high?
No, man. Oh, now, man, you left me on line. You left me on hold like a bitch, man. I'm like, damn. What's up, Ken?
Like a bitch, Ken. Like a bitch.
Like a bitch.
Unbelievable.
Wait a minute.
See, I say it real. Like a bitch.
For real.
You know, I don't say it weak.
Hold on. I had
really?
people on hold long. I got 12 lines here. I have people on hold longer than you. You were just next in line.
Mister, don't get it twisted unless you gonna blaze it, and you leave me on hold like that, Kim. Don't get it twisted unless you gonna blaze it.
You know, I didn't mean to do it like that, but you got to understand my plight over here. I want everybody to have some time, Chuck.
Man, I'm up here trying to remember what I was gonna tell you.
Any guy who tells me that I've left him on hold like a bitch for too long, I think he's got to go up the line.
No. It was like a bitch.
Yeah, it's true.
He emphasize it.
He said it with emphasis.
You gotta know how to say it.
Yes, he did. What's on your mind, Chuck?
Man, you leaving me on hold is what's on my mind right now.
Well, I only got so much time. I mean, now we're up. It's amazing. It's a 5-hour show, and now I'm running out of time here. So, Chuck, go. You got to be good. Chuck.
I'm here.
All right, what else is going on? I want to give you the proper time. Continue.
No, I want to give you the proper time. You hold on.
I'm agreeing with... And then he drops. He drops. I love Chuck. Sue in Garfield Heights. Hello.
It's Ray's woman. Guess what? I'm drinking a Keystone Light in honor of Rick, who I'm sitting with here in Rick's garage.
Okay.
In Garfield Heights.
What's your relationship with Rick?
We're kind of together. We're definitely together.
Can we take two at once?
Can you?
Can we take 2 calls at once over here? Stay with me, Sue. Rick.
Yes.
So wait, you guys are in the garage?
Yeah, well, she is. I'm headed to the shower.
Is this where we're taking this at? Will you leave the phone on?
Well, if you want me to, Eric.
Anything you two are going to do is going to be way more entertaining than what we talk about. If Sue was a popsicle, how would you unwrap her?
Oh, slowly from the bottom to the top.
Oh, that's greasy. That's really greasy. Yeah, that's greasy. Greasy.
So you're on your way to the shower right now, Sue?
Please. Oh, I definitely need one right now.
Sue, are you wearing anything special for Rick right now?
Not at the moment.
And when you do put on something special, what would that look like?
Ooh. It would be nothing. I am super easy.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
I love connections. You know that. All right. You guys are going to go...
You all figured out how to do this 3 ways, huh? Thanks.
So you guys are going to go make sweet love underneath Keystone cans now?
Hey, we're going to think that you can.
Oh, no. Don't you two tease me. Tim and Akron, you're next up on the fan.
I like your boobies. On the first day of Christmas, Ken Carmen gave to me. Vic, do an update on a Ken Carmen Christmas day. On the second day of Christmas, Ken Carmen gave to me. Girls in yoga pants on a Ken Carmen Christmas day. On the third day of Christmas, Ken Carmen gave to me.
You have an opportunity to apologize now.
I apologize to you guys because you guys had to hear that. Obviously, I'm not a singer.
Tim, it had nothing to do with the singing. The singing we get because you were talking about this for weeks.
Here we go.
And so you built it up.
I'm gonna go and I need you to get real drunk and try it again on Friday, okay?
No, I don't want to do it again. I just want to burn that song, dude. Please.
Jared and Menor, you're next up on the fan.
Hey, what's up? Thanks for the time.
Hello, Jared.
What's up, Gary?
What's up, Jared and Menor?
Kenny Kid's brilliant.
Yeah, he is.
Isn't Brandon Whedon just the human version of Chris Webber's timeout in that Final Four game? It's like Gandalf took that moment and turned it into a redhead, and then the Browns drafted him. That's all Brandon Whedon is. He's like dark magic, but red. He's red magic.
Well done, Jared. What else is going on?
The only thing I can think of top 3 worse than Brandon Whedon's shovel pass is one time I was 18 and I was downstairs, and this was, in the mid to late 90s. So Cinemax was like your internet. It was like, what's Cinemax?
Yep. Scrambled Spice Channel. Correct. Continue.
Right. So I was like, I hope Cinemax is something awesome on. And I fell asleep because I was so bored. Because you had, at that point in history, you had to wait for something to happen. And I fell asleep. Like ready at the ready. I fell asleep, and my mom came down and knocked and was like, Jared, it's time for, oh my God, Jared, no! And I woke up to just like me, just asleep, and my mom screaming, and like spread eagle with my hand still at the ready.
Oh my God.
That was a horrible moment in my life. And you know what's weird, though?
Jared.
I actually would rather have that happen on Sundays than have Brandon Whedon quarterback the Browns on Sundays. I feel like I would do that for all of Cleveland.
You'd rather be caught at the ready every Sunday than Brandon Whedon playing quarterback.
That's how much I love Cleveland. I would take that bullet every Sunday at 1 p.m. by watching that guy trot out there with that frumpy face of his.
Your poor mother.
Yeah, I know, really.
Thank you for the call,
The
Jared.
untold story and all this is my poor mother.
The very first time I called you was your skit. It was called Bad Names for Women. And that was the first time that ever made me call because you were naming all of the names of my daughters. Description. All right.
I'm Clyde Lewis, and this is Ground Zero.
My dad, now, he never hit me, but he used to yell. But it'd be weird. Like, I would say, I don't want to do that. And my dad, without thinking, he would just yell and not really think through what he's going to say. And he was just so, ah! And I was just like, what was he saying? Remember one time I was a kid and I wanted to stay up late and sneak in, finish the baseball game. And he comes downstairs and he just says, what are you doing awake? I said, I want to finish the game.
Dirty Tom, I'm very interested in your play-by-play. Could you call the Chris Perez blown save for me?
All right, here's the fat man with the beard and the long hair. The pitch. Oh, hell no. This one going deep. And it is gone from Batista. We are tied. Crap.
It's got your name on it, but it's my cake.
My cake.
Ken, did you know porn stars are all over Twitter?
You didn't know that?
Fantastic, Ken.
So which one's your favorite?
Oh, man, Ken, there's a whole bunch. Proxy Page, Ryan Connor, all those shit. She's been out of work for a while. That's too bad.
Who is that? I've never heard of her, and I've heard a lot of them.
Obviously. Oh, that's greasy. That's really greasy. Yeah, it's greasy. Greasy.
Ryan Connor. Check it out. Don't touch me, man. I'm on the phone.
Who's touching you, Dirty Tom?
Buddy of mine, Louis Lee.
Put Louis Lee on the phone.
Oh, boy. He wants to talk to you. Hey, I'm a big fan of the show.
Why are you touching Dirty Tom?
He's got skin tags.
What?
Man, you stop talking. No, those are my shoes.
Are you guys driving right now?
I do cocaine.
Are you okay, Dirty?
Yeah.
Are you okay, Dirty Tom?
Yeah, that's Louis. He thinks he's funny.
My God.
When it comes to the talk of the Great Lakes, people think of an alcoholic beverage that just makes you happy. Names like Burning River Pale, Dortmunder Gold, Edmund Fitzgerald. But in preseason football, nothing is like the feud between the Detroit Lions and the Cleveland Browns. Players you'll never see again, but play to the best of their ability. Names like Stephen Miller, Corey Gurley. We'll always remember Thaddeus Lewis. Tomorrow night, it really will be a battle of the Great Lakes. Ken Carmen HellRide late night. Kenny Kidd smokes it up high as a kite. Big Elegante built like Nightmare Before Christmas. Santa Claus has problems with Ken's wish list. Trill Will, you can't rap. He gone soft. There's more action with Darryl Ryder's pants off. Word life. Oh, no.
Oh, my God.
I heard what you said about bad jerseys. And there's a lot of good jerseys. But there's a lot of bad jerseys. There's some that even scare me. Like the Colts. They're just so white. I like to have a little bit of color in the jerseys. Maybe some orange or some yellow.
Oh, my God.
Number 2.
It's too good.
It is.
The Ravens. They're so dark. And it's a raven. It means death. I don't want to die. I want to live. Number 1. The Jacksonville Jaguars. They scare me. Have you seen that helmet? He's coming right after me. I don't want to die. I want to be happy when I watch football.
That's incredible.
I want him, and I want him bad.
Thank you.
Your balls, big boy.
Oh, my cheeks hurt.
Thank you very much, Dirty Tom.
One thing.
Okay.
Can I tell Cleveland something real quick, and then I'll hang up, okay?
Keep it clean.
Okay. Cleveland, when you call in to the Ken Carmen show, stop asking, how's he doing? It is so annoying. You get 100 callers to say, Ken, how are you doing?
Ken, how you doing tonight?
Ryan, I'm doing well.
Hey, how you doing tonight, Mr. Carmen?
Chris, I'm doing well.
Hey, how's it going?
KB, I'm doing well.
Hey, Ken, how's it going?
Ron, not too terrible.
Hey, Ken, how's it going, buddy?
Leonard, not too terrible right now.
Hey, how you doing, Ken?
Mitch, I'm doing well.
Hi, how you doing?
Mike, I'm doing well. Hello, Adam.
Hello, Kenny. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing well, my friend. How are you?
JC, how you living, baby?
I'm doing well, Cooley.
He's doing just fine, everybody. Didn't you hear the previous caller? You're killing your time on the air. You only got so much time. Stop asking Ken, how's he doing? He's doing fine. Later.
Last thing you heard from me.
You look so good to me.
I love that guy. He's nice and tan.
I like a guy like that.
I'm thinking,
but it does concern me.
I'm thinking
the preparation that's going to be involved.
I'm thinking, I want him, and I want him bad. Does crazy things that not a lot of guys are capable of. Size, big package, athleticism, speed. I'll kisses, you know what?
Guy who's that big, yeah, maybe I'd like to take a swing at that guy as well.
Hi, my name's Chris. Let's have sex.
I'm nobody's bitch.
Show me your balls, big boy.
As long as you go out there and win, I don't care. I'll take a shot in the face.
Reaching in.
Does it worry you at all?
I am ready to pull it out. How about that?
I think that's still a little bit flimsy. I think it is going to take maybe a little bit more time. It's hard, but it's easier to do.
What the flying fadoodle does that mean?
Men want men, okay?
That's not enough.
It is very, very hard.
Nobody has everything.
Man, that's something else. Go for it. I will wear that ass out all night. Go for it. If I try to attack your weak spot, go for it. Are you going to kill me in the back door? Go for it. Does have some gas with it.
Oh, baby, you look so good to me.
kind of have to back things up a little bit.
I'm trying to fill a void now.
I'm thinking,
hey, we gonna do this or what?
I'm thinking, all right.
I may end up exploding.
I am ready.
I might as well keep Fedor in for one more moment.
Just get into it. Just blast me.
You are being hurt here.
Let's go, baby.
I may go crazy.
Go for it. My cheeks hurt.
Oh, that's greasy. That's really greasy. Yeah, it's greasy. Greasy.
Yes. That, my friends, may very well be the last thing you'll hear from me. You can follow me on Twitter at Mr. Kenny Kidd. Remind everyone, all guests of 92.3 The Fan are courtesy of the AdventureAutogroup.com hotline for Ken Carmen, Vic Travagliante, Chris Villar, Chris Fedor, a slew of interns, Steve Ralston, and Paul Tipo. I'm Kenny Kidd. Happy Memorial Day to everyone. And until next time, as my granddaddy used to say, if you can't be good at it.
Have a good night, everybody.